Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wake Up and Airbrush. Ooh, I have some clapping back. Hold on. Can you hear me? Uh, I still hear a little bit of clap back. Wow. Okay, let me see what we got. Hold on a second. All righty. So much better. I had an echo happening that was like, goodness gracious, we cannot be doing that. Okay, so here we are. Wake up and airbrush. Happy Wednesday, guys. I'm so glad to see you here. I have a fun demo today, but we have a killer special. So I'm excited to share with you one of the best specials that is going on. Hey, Jeannie, I'm so glad to hear you. If you are just coming in, come in and say hi. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're up to. And we are going to do a demo. Guys, you are not going to believe what they are doing for Black Friday and for Christmas. I just have to tell you, I'm shocked and so happy for you guys. So, we are going to go ahead and do a demo for, let me find it real quick. Okay, for the special we have going. If y'all haven't been on the website, you're going to want to do that. Check out the special that's happening. You they're literally giving the Breeze Duo away. So let me tell you, if you have been considering upgrading your system to the Breeze Duo, now is the time to do it. This is over a $300 system. I kid you not. Go check it out on the website. I'm not joking. It's over because not only do you get the Breeze Duo, you get two foundations. You get blush and you get love, which is an illuminator. So you get all of the products that go with this in your coloring for $79. I just was like, look at you, Luminess, giving all of the good stuff away to people and celebrating, being grateful, having that Black Friday coming up event. They're doing so many things with gift bundles. They're doing so many cool stuff. But I know once these gift bundles go out for stocking stuffers and for you to give out gifts to people, I know that's what is gonna be the big focus. So I had to touch on this. I could not let this go by without demonstrating it, without showing you how great it does, without giving you all of the ins and outs of it. And so, if you guys have not, and you have been waiting and waiting and trying to decide if you wanted to upgrade and use the Breeze Duo airbrush system, now's the time to snag it and grab it. Okay, so now that's what we're talking about today. I am going to show you all of the ins and outs with it. I'm going to show you from beginning to end how it creates the look, all of the how-tos, the whats, and even into cleaning. So first things first, when you get this bad boy, please charge it. You have to charge it. The charger's right here on the back. It's hidden. So it's a little bit, in the back of it, it's a little bit hidden. So you'll take this little rubber part, slide it to the side, and there's your charger. You want to charge this a minimum of 2 hours. You can pull it out. It'll have a little bit of air flowing through in a charge, but it's not charged and ready to go. So you want to charge it. Now, when you do charge it and you put the charger in, I'm going to see if I can show it to you. Mine's fully charged because I learned my lesson the last time I tried to do this demo and it died on me. But when you plug it in, see, I just plugged it in, and you try to turn it on, it will not turn on. That's a safety feature. So if you have it plugged in and you're going to try to use it, it's not going to work. So know that. But when you go to plug it in, take a look. The light flashes whenever it is plugged in. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the light flashes whenever it is plugged in. When it's fully charged, then the light will be solid. So that's our first thing. We want to give it juice. We want to wake it up. We want to let it be alive. Okay. So that's your first thing. Second thing you want to do is you are going to want to do what I call, you're going to order, you're going to get your colors in, and you're going to want to do a tissue test. It is called trigger training. And I'm telling you, this is an amazing product, but you've got to do the trigger training. If you don't do the trigger training, you're going to get frustrated. And I don't want frustrated people. I want you to be confident in what you're doing and use it the best that it's created to look. Yes, Jeannie, you are so right. If you are debating, this is the time. You're never, I promise you, you're never going to see it less than $79 again. Okay, so trigger training looks like this. I don't want you trying to put it on your face just yet. I want you to take your product. I want you to shake it up really well. Put it in your well. And then I want you to airbrush a paper towel. And there's a reason behind this, because I want you to see the pigmentation go on the paper towel. Look, guys, you should not feel this makeup go on your face. If it feels wet, if it feels sticky, if it feels any of those things, you're pulling too hard back on the trigger. So the reason I'm telling you to color your paper towel is because you won't feel it on your face and you're going to be like, this don't work. Ain't nothing coming out. But I want to prove to you, it also trains you on how far to pull back on the trigger. So when you pull back, it should be very, very light. Do you see how light that is? It's very, very sheer. And I used a dark color so you could see it. If you pull back and it looks like that, that's too hard. You're pulling too hard back. What you should be doing is having a light coverage, because what happens is this coloring and this pigment will heat with your skin and then expand on your skin. And we're not trying to color in a book, okay? It's not paint by numbers. It is slowly covering. So this is what you're looking to get when you do your trigger training with the paper towel. This is not what you want. This is way too much. You're releasing all of your pigment at once. So we want to lightly spread it out. Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to do when you get your system in. We want to do some trigger training. Okay, the second thing I want you to do is then I want you to put some water in your system. And the reason I want you to do that is you've trained your finger, you've done the trigger training, but now I want you to be able to feel it on your face, okay? And water is heavier than our pigment. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn it on. 4-finger whisk away. That's the ideal place you want it to be, is right here, 4-finger whisk away. And you're going to just use that same trigger training. You should feel the cool mist of water on your face. Should be able to feel it. You might even see the water. What you don't want is water dripping down your face. So let's not waste our product. Let's go ahead and just use water, 4-finger whisk away, because you want to get that width. If you come in too close, you're going to have too much. If you come too far away, it's not going to reach your face. So 4-finger whisk away is what we're practicing. And by using that water, you can actually feel it and where it is going onto your face. And that gives you the ability to feel and know that, one, it's working the way you want it to work, because it will feel different with the foundation than it will with water. And so water is a little bit heavier. And so I want you to feel it. So I know you'll be excited to get this deal right here. Like, how do you not? But I want you to do the trigger training first, the water second, and now we will go in to doing our foundation and that beautiful, flawless finish. Okay. One of the things that is so amazing about this is you can custom mix your color. I love the fact that I have 2 bottles. They will send you 2 bottles of foundation. You'll do a little quiz. It'll tell you where you're at. And you do have a color match guarantee. So even if you got the wrong color, don't worry about it. But I love that I can do like 3 drops of the lighter color and 3 drops of the deeper color and mix my perfect color. And then in the winter, I just go with the lighter. And then in the summer, I add more of the darker. Like, it gives me the versatility to have the perfect, flawless foundation color and finish. Okay, so for me, I am a 2030. Those are my color tones. And so I usually do, I lean into the fair. So I'll usually do like 4 drops of the 20 and probably 2 to 3 drops of the 30 to add just a little bit of warmth to it. So when you are mixing your colors, you'll add your drops and you'll do what we call back bubbling. And I'm going to leave the lid open so you can see it, but normally you'd shut the lid so it doesn't come out. But back bubbling is where you turn it on, put your finger over this, pull the trigger back just a teeny tiny bit, and bubble it. That mixes your color right in there for you. Okay, so now my color's mixed. I'm going to go again, same concept, 4 finger whisks away, barely pulling back on the trigger. And I am not going to stay in the same spot. I am going to go all the way around the world. That's what I call it. I call this my world, right? This is your world where everything starts and stops with the brain and thinking and all of that. And so I'm going to go all the way around the world, giving the pigment time to heat with my skin. You should not see color immediately on your skin. You should feel the air. You should feel a lightness to it. But when this pigment heats with your skin, it will expand on your skin and it will then give more coverage. So it's not like traditional foundation where you slap it on and you get an opaque coverage. It's not how airbrushing works. Airbrushing is very light. It sits on the top of your skin. It heats with your skin, and then it kind of expands out with your skin. So it should not feel wet. It should not feel sticky. It should not feel heavy on your skin. If it does, you're pulling too far back on that trigger. So that was what I call my first pass. That should give me a light to medium coverage. I like a little bit more coverage. Again, it's buildable. You can build it from very light coverage to very full coverage, but you want to give it time to sit with your skin. I am going to come in and do a little bit more coverage under my eyes, right here in my T-zone. And that's probably about it. That's probably the only places I'll do it. I might do a little pass on the sides, but not too much. I feel like I got enough coverage there. So I just added a few more drops in. I'm going to turn it on. Now, here is a trick when you are doing under your eyes, okay? Same concept. And remember, you've got to get this trigger trained to where you can go very light on it. Same concept. I can feel the air. Do you hear that? That's the motor. I can feel the air, but nothing comes out of the device till I pull on this trigger. So I am going to tilt this device at an angle to where it goes under my eyes, not in my eyes. That's how I can airbrush with my eye open, and I wear contacts. So, we're not going to be doing anything crazy to get makeup in my contacts. So you tilt it at an angle and then barely pull back on that trigger, and it's coming out my lid. So do be careful of that it can just kind of drip out. If you fill that well up too much, it can kind of drip just a little bit. But I'm going to come right underneath there and do right underneath my eyes at that tilted angle to kind of cover those under eye bags just a little bit. And sometimes, like I did here, you can get either a little too close or pull a little too far back. All you have to do is tap it out. You can do it with your finger. You can do it with a brush. It just is just tapping that out over that area. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to add just a little bit more coverage in my T-zone because, again, I need and like a little bit fuller coverage in that T-zone. But I don't necessarily need it everywhere else. I have red, blotchy skin and ruddiness there, broken capillaries. And so I'll always add just a little bit more coverage in my T-zone and right underneath my eyes. But that right there gave me a full face, full flawless. It's not heavy. It doesn't settle into my over 50 skin, my fine lines, my wrinkles, or any of that. I have a little bit left, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit more on the sides to finish it up. No mistake if you are tapping it out right. You are 100% right, Jeannie. Jeannie is one of our great customers that's been with Luminess for a long time. And there really is no mistakes if you realize that it is as easy as tapping it out. And tapping it out is like a light tapping. I'm not talking put your finger on. And that's why I use a brush, because I tend to be lighter with a brush when I'm tapping stuff out than I am with my hand. Sometimes I'm a little heavy with the finger. Y'all, it's that easy. My foundation is on. Let me pull these lights up just a little bit so they're not hitting my face so harsh. And you can see my foundation is on. The coverage is all the way on. I'm over 50. It doesn't settle in or accentuate any of my wrinkles and lines under my eyes, or in this area, I have larger pores and capillaries. It covers it while sitting there flawlessly. Now, two more products that you get is you get blush and you get love. And those are some of my favorites. I use the blush as eyeshadow. I use the blush as blush. And then love is an illuminator that comes in the kit that will add a little bit of sheen to your foundation if you want it, or to your blush if you want it. And so you can mix it or you can use it by itself. And it just adds, if you like a little bit more of a reflective tone or a luminosity to your skin, love is gorgeous for that. So for me, I add it to the blush. I think it is gorgeous with the blush. And so the way I'm going to do that, I don't have to clean this after my foundation, guys. I can just come in and put three, really you only need 2 to 3 drops of the blush, but I'm going to use it as eyeshadow also. And so, yeah, so I'll add a little bit more because I'm going to use it for eyeshadow. And then add that illuminator to it. And then we're going to back bubble to give that color. So I'm going to turn the air on, do a little bit of a back bubble. That mixes it up. Now, guys, blush is so heavily pigmented. If you pull too far back on this, a little bit will go, and you can watch it do what we call bloom on my face. So I will put on a light version of blush, and by the time I get done with my eyes, you will see how much deeper and darker that blush got. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to add just a little bit of that blush right where I want it on the upper part of that cheekbone. And again, I'm not doing it heavily, and I like a lot of blush, just so y'all know. But you'll see a light version of that blush right there. And now as I let that go, I'm going to do my eyes because I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow. And you will sit here and you will actually see it darken or do what we call bloom over the time. That's it. And I put way too much blush in here. Like, I still have blush in this well, but I don't need any more because I know this is going to deepen and darken up. And so all I have to do is wipe it out with a paper towel or a Q-tip. I like using Q-tips. And that pretty much helps clean it. Guys, that's the whole system. My makeup is pretty much done. So, like, you don't get it any easier than that. Jeannie says, I love to spray separately onto my blush. I also use the Duo blush eyeshadows. Yes, ma'am. Yes. See, Jeannie's got these and she has been playing with this for years and years. And we love to have customers like have real responses, real actions as to what they really have and the experience they have. We have a group called Luminess Live where you can come in and get experience from real customers or from a beauty expert, whatever it is that you want. So I'm telling you, you're not going to find it any cheaper than it is today. That right there is crazy. Okay, to clean this, how do you clean it? We're done, right? Look how that blush bloomed. It's on. To clean this, oh, brow bone. Okay. I put water in it and I am just going to push it out, spray it out, but I'm going to actually put that and do a little back bubble. So spray and back bubble, spray and back bubble, spray. And the reason I want a back bubble is because there's a needle inside that needs to have water like run across it. And as you back bubble it, it does that. It breaks up that pigmentation and lets that needle become clean and run backwards. Okay. Every couple of weeks, every week, every 2 weeks. When you clean this, have a dropper for water. Do not put this under the faucet. If you put it under the faucet, it can mess up the motor and then you like void your warranty. So I'm going to tell you, do not put it under the faucet. Put your water in with this. So I would fill this up with water and just blow all of any of the pigment out until it was gone. So I would turn it on. So see, you can see some of my pigment and I would just blow it out. When I'm in my bathroom, I actually blow it into my sink and then rinse my sink out. But if you can see, there's nothing in it. So that's clean. But about every week and a half to 2 weeks, you're going to want to have the Tip Top Cleaner, okay? And the reason that is the Tip Top Cleaner does a deep clean on it and it lubricates the needle that is hidden in here. So water is great for everyday clean, all of that. But to do a deep clean, which you want to do about every couple of weeks, grab your Tip Top Cleaner, fill the well up, do a little bit of a back bubble, and then let it sit. Let it just sit to the side for 10 or 15 minutes so it can get into where that needle is, break down all of the elements, and lubricate your needle. As you blow it through, it lubricates the needle. So, all righty, my friends, tell me what you guys think. This system, now the great thing about this system is that, look at the eyeshadow, man. That did a great job on the eyeshadow. I really like it. I used one system and did an entire makeup look. You can, with the system that we're looking at with the Breeze Duo, you can do skincare through that. Yeah, you can purchase the skincare. You can do skincare in with that. You can do contour and bronzing with it. You can put a skincare head on it and do the complete skincare system, which is also on sale right now, just so you know. You can do the hair kit with it. Like, this is the entire unit that is customizable to anything you want. And you can change your coloring of foundation. You can get different blushes. Like, when I tell you there are so many things you can do with this system, there are so many things you can do. And you're not going to get the starter. Kelts, you bought one. Hold on. Wouldn't come back on. So, Kelts, did you talk to customer service about the issues that you had with that? Usually customer service is really good about coming in, helping out, and making sure that if there was an issue with it not coming back on or anything of that nature, a malfunction, then my experience has been they replace them. They don't play with it. They take care of that. So if you have had that, our customer service is great. They do everything within the means that they can to really help make sure that your unit is good and that you get exactly what you need to have a well-functioning unit that works. And yeah, I mean, she did pay over $200 because you're not going to find a $79 price tag on the Breeze Duo again. They're literally just like, hey guys, we are celebrating with you and grateful for you as customers. So for this Black Friday, they are doing the most amazing deal there is. For under $100, you get the entire system and all of the products that come with it to let you make a multiple flawless looks, multiple coverage, multiple colorings, all of the good stuff. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. We have beauty experts available on the phone. We have beauty experts available via email. You can check them out and connect with them on the website. We also have them in our group called Luminess Live. So if you are not, let me go ahead and tell you that. If you are not, here is right here. Here's the 1-800 number for our beauty experts. You can always call them, get a color match, talk to them, all of that good stuff. You have a color match guarantee for your foundations. You can get training on how to use the system. And I mean, it's just all inclusive because they have decided that you get and deserve to have an expert to help you create your customized look in whatever and however you want it to look. Alrighty, my friends, that is our Wake Up and Airbrush for today. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We are here for you. Go over to Luminess Live, join the group, and like really seriously take up on this deal. If you've been on the fence, this is the time that you want to do it. In the meantime, I will talk to you next time and see you on our next demo. But remember, guys, the most beautiful thing you can put on and the most beautiful thing you can do is be kind. So be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Until next time, I'll talk to you then.